What's up everyone, it's Loki Monster here, and today we have a new quest line in Nulgrath Forest that will unlock a daily quest, allowing you to craft a new paladin set created by Dailies. But first, in PvP, we have some new skills. Yes, some new skills. In fact, 3 new skills. Now these skills are Fester, Mend, and Rush. Now Fester reduces incoming healing and damage over time. In fact, 60% of the incoming healing. Now this is a monster when you combine it with Rogue, and it may be overpowered, so expect some nerfs. And Mend, which heals your lowest health ally that's near you. And lastly, we have Rush, which creates an area that speeds up your allies, so both swiftness and move speed by 65+%. And this one's actually really fun to use. The other ones I can't actually show you, but as you can see, that Rush has a really cool backflip on it. Just check out the speed my friend King Werepire is about to zip through here. That was fast, you blinked it, you missed it. And you can see the giant size of this area is quite a large area. And now we also have a new item in the Siege of Souls crafting shop. The Legion version of the Graven Door Flame Blade. Now this is a rather expensive blade at 10,000 marks, but it is beautiful. I did request this. I was kind of hoping it would be in the underworld. I guess I'm gonna have to start PvPing again. So we're gonna hop over to the SELEDEN Forest to see what's new in the part 1 of the Nulgrath saga. So we're just going to follow this path along here. I could have actually shortcutted over that outcropping to meet Everett Sunguard. Now you will find he has the Fiend Hunter quest. Now these are several quests in a quest line that will lead to a daily quest unlocking. And then we have a Fiend Hunter's Honor shop, as well as a Fiend Hunter's Honor upgrade shop. And we have a new Monster Hunter leaderboard. So it turns out Everett kinda was a bit late to the battle, but he thinks instead of trying to catch up with Lion Fang, there's a bigger problem, and that is the menacing evil in the forest. So can we help him stop it? Well, that means, guys, yep, we're gonna kill a lot of monsters. For each of these quests you complete, you will earn a Fiend Hunter's Honor token, which you can spend in the Fiend Hunter's Honor shop. Now you can buy them for 150 DC, but these cost like 8 tokens a piece for every piece, so that you can see how quickly that will add up. So let's quickly check out the set. So here we have the pauldrons. They're very basic and simple, and then we have the paladin hood. I really like just the hood itself. And then we have the gauntlets, and they're quite nice. And then we have the cape. It's a little tattered and beat up. As you can see, I'm actually wearing bright red, so this is a lot more red than this distorted image. And then we have the paladin boots. They're quite high. And then there is the paladin belt, and I just love the dagger on this. And then we have the armor. Now you might think, well, okay, this is just pretty boring plain paladin set. Well, that's where the Fiend Hunter's Honor upgrade shop comes in. We have 3 different items here. The Fiend Hunter Paladin Sun Touched Helm. Now you're going to need the original hood and also 8 more honor in order to craft this gorgeous helm. And those wings are like translucent, you can see through them. And then we have the Sun Touched Paldrins as well, so you need the regular Paldrins again and Fiend Hunter's Honor. And I'll zoom in here so you can see it better. And you can see these details on there, sort of like the Dragon Slayer set has. And then we have the gauntlets. And then I'll just zoom in here, and you can see they have a little symbol here on the arm. Unfortunately, on this map, everything is muted and covered over in red, so you're really not seeing what this set really looks like. So now let's check out the SELEDEN Monster Hunter leaderboard. So we're just going to click on the star here, and it's going to bring up this little explanation. Basically, it's based on how many monsters you kill, but bigger monsters are worth more points than others. Now, currently, look, I'm not surprised, my friend Worm is on the very top of the page, Now, he's a very smart player, but he's a dedicated grinder, but I also am, and I know what he's doing, so I'm going to show you how to do it at the end of this video. So if you're interested in ranking on the leaderboard, stay tuned to then. Now, let's get to the quest. Our first quest, well, a little confusing, is just actually to talk to him again. Now for that, you'll get a Fiend Hunter's Honor token, as well as a little bit of gold and some XP. They're really not that significant that way, so I just turned that in, and our next quest is to go kill 20 hobgoblins, and they're just up the path to the right of him. Just follow your quest arrows and you'll find your way there, no problem. So I do believe that you can party up for this, and it would go a lot faster. Unfortunately, there were not a lot of people doing this right away, so if you're in a situation where you are doing it solo, I recommend taking only one mob at a time, because two can be too much. So now I'm just going to hand that in, and our next quest is to slay 20 SELEDEN fly traps. And now they're up the path to the left of him, and the best area to do them is around Audrey, but keep in mind, if you're solo like me, messing with Audrey alone is very dangerous. Now I'm just going to head back the path this way to show you exactly where he is, because my camera actually shut off on the way there. So he's just right here, back around the corner really quick. So I just quickly hand that in and get our next quest, which is to kill 20 of the Ixis. And I don't even know if I said that right, but they're the big roachy bugs. So they're in the same direction of the hobgoblins. Just follow the arrow in the path to the way back of the map, and you will find them in the graveyard area. And once you kill 20 of them, and you can bring them back and turn that in. And then the next quest is to crack 30 skulls. Now this was kind of a little confusing for me. Crack whose skulls? And then it occurred to me, well, they must be skeletons, and it wasn't the big one, it's these little guys that are way at the back. And what I did here was, to help myself out, I took these paladins that were over here with these and dragged them over here to fight these guys with me. Just little help from the paladins, and they will keep you healed while you're doing this, but it does get a little bit tricky. So I'm just going to go hand that in, and then my next quest is to kill the Scrum Crust, which is the big Sneevil. So he's actually really tricky to take down, and doing it solo is hard. If you're doing it solo, you want to stay away from the trees on the left hand side, because there are some fly traps that spawn there, and you want to kind of pull them over this direction. And I made a big mistake because I forgot to switch classes, and I should have been using a healing class. So the next quest will be to slay Audrey, and you have to slay Audrey twice. And now Audrey, of course, is one of those monsters that you're going to want some friends around, or you're going to want to avoid activating any of the mobs around it so you're not swarmed. But it's easy enough because Audrey's pretty busy most of the time. And now I'll hand that in, and then you have to slay Marrow the Calcified. Now Marrow is the big skeleton, and he's located near the hobgoblins. So the trick with him is to get rid of these hobgoblins first, and then deke back behind him. This is only if you're solo, of course, and then get him from behind. He really isn't hard to take down, but the goblins cause a problem. They will attack you, and when you've got 3 on 1, that's a no-win situation. Now this is the final quest in the quest line, and will unlock the dailies. So I just have to hand that in, and now I have a total of 8 tokens, so you can get your first piece if you want. But we have the dailies. Now each one of these is worth 1 token, and they're very simple. They're exactly what you've been doing, except for the monsters. You don't have to kill a specific monster. You can kill any 40 you want, and then all the bosses. So now the secret to the leaderboard. Now as you see, I am 606th on the leaderboard, and I only have 92 points. and all these people are way ahead of me. So it's about 8 or 10 hours later. I got a little tied up in real life, so I took my travel crystal and traveled to the town of SELEDEN, and then I'm going outside of town towards the lake. Sapphirus Lake I think it's called. And I'm going to fight this dungeon. Now, why this dungeon? Because there are a lot of mobs that are not very strong, all tightly packed together. And this is the secret of how these people are getting up there high in numbers. Now, you knew what rank I was before I started this. Now, I did this for a little while, and then I went back and I checked my numbers, and now, as you can see, I've gone from only having the quest in 90 points and being in the 600s to being rank 75 on the overall list. Good luck, guys. Thanks for joining me, and if you like my videos, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe.